Hallo, wie geht es dir?
Sorry, I was talking on mute. Hallo, mir geht es gut und dir?
Ja, mir geht es auch gut.
Danke.
We have completed our Capital Eins, and let me just give you a brief intro. Like, what methods are we following basically for Arts? Why? I heard that you are giving your A2 exams in Feb, right?
Yes, on February 13th, yeah.
Okay, on Feb 13th. Okay, fine. Of course, you know that we have taken 1.5 months to complete each level, but it's fine. We need to do that beforehand, I guess, because we need to have a lot of practice sessions as well, right, before your exams.
Yes.
What our course, what our method is basically, what method we will follow basically in our course is that since you are well aware, well acquainted with our Ein's syllabus, right?
Yeah.
You all, yeah, Smita and you. So what I'm expecting that you do your bit of doing Eins, and what we will do is that we will do just the grammatic portion for Aaj because that is what is expected in Aaj because we cannot go back to Eins grammar, otherwise it will take a hell lot of time, right?
Yeah.
So we have done this. By the way, if you have any doubts, by the way, any doubts regarding A1 and A2 after we are done with this arts wise syllabus thing, then you can definitely like connect with me on my WhatsApp, and you can post your questions or doubts there, and I'll try to clear it out because I think most probably it's not possible to clear all your doubts during the sessions, right? So that's a way out I'm giving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you done this capital Eins with Vishnu sir, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So now I hope you know how to form this Nebensatz and the use of while, I guess, because that was the grammatic portion for the first grammar part for Arzwei.
Yeah.
Okay. So not so now what we are gonna do is that this Modalverben in Präteritum and Positionsverben stehen, stellen, liegen and legen und hängen auch. And this Wechsel preposition mit Dative and Accusative, this was the part of A1. I hope you remember. If not, just go through the notes, and then if any doubts even persist, then you can get in touch with me. So let's begin with our today's course.
Can you please give me the access for using the A2 class note?
You don't have the access. I don't know that. Don't you guys have access? It's in the description of that WhatsApp group which Vishnu sir has created.
In the new group in A2?
In which I've just sent you this link. Go through the
Yeah. Yeah.
description.
Yeah. The description is.
Yeah, so please check now that can you open that thing or not? Because if not, then it will be like it's a problem. So I'll need to talk to Vishnu for that. Just let me know in the chat if you are able to open or not.
I'm able to access it. I'm
Okay,
able to.
okay, okay. Then it's fine. Okay, so we'll start with this modal verben in preteritum. Preteritum, as you know, that it's a simple past tense. So, modal verbs in the past. So, I hope you remember these modal verbs basically wollen, können, möchten, müssen, mögen, sollen, and dürfen. What is now happening is that we will learn their simple past form. Okay, so the past tense refers to the actions or processes that have happened and are completed before the moment of speaking. which which are done in the past. Okay. Now, let's look at the first modal verb, which is kyonin, and its preteritum form is konter. Remember, it doesn't have an umlaut. Okay, it doesn't have an umlaut. So, this is the conjugation for the modal verb kyonin's past form, preteritum form. Ich konnte, du konntest, sie konnten, er, sie, es konnte, wir konnten, ihr konntet, sie und sie konnten. One more thing to remember is that in this modal verb thing, if you remember in our eins, what we did was we used to follow this rule that for ish and this as, the conjugation will always remain the same. Ish konnte, likewise as konnte. That's a trick which will help you to remember. It's kind of. You need to just learn, go through these conjugations for each of the modal verbs past form. Let us look at some of the examples for the same. Ich konnte den Brief nicht lesen, weil meine Brille kaputt war. When we are making a sentence, whenever you are trying to make a sentence in the past, and when you have to use the modal verb, do remember that the past form of modal verb will be used. Zum Beispiel hier. Ich konnte. It is conjugated according to the subject, which is ich here. Ich konnte den Brief. I hope you know why it is den. It is taking the accusative case. It is der Brief. But in accusative, it changes to den. Ich konnte den Brief nicht lesen. And one more thing, before that comma thing, you can analyze the statement, ich konnte den Brief nicht lesen. Do you remember that when we use modal verb in the end of that sentence or question where we used to put modal verb, we end that with a Hauptverb, which is infinitive, in the infinitive form, right? That is an en form at the end. That's why lesen is here. Whenever you are using a modal verb, be it in present form, be it in past form, you'll always end that sentence with a verb, Hauptverb, am Ende, in infinitive form. Ich konnte den Brief nicht lesen, weil meine Brille kaputt war. Since we have done this while thing in our first chapter, I hope you know that while is a connector, while is a conjugation, while means because. I cannot read the letter because. What's the reason that you cannot read the letter? Because the glasses are broken, because my specs is broken. So, while meine Brille kaputt war, kaputt means broken. And of course, when you are using while, when you are making sentences using while, when you are connecting both two sentences using while as a connector, do remember after comma, you'll start the Nebensatz with while and end it with a verb, which is here war, because it's in past. Hello. While meine Brille kaputt war. Now, look at the second example. Konntest du gestern deine Bücher zurückgeben? What is the meaning? Contest. Können means could. So here it will be, could you return your books yesterday? Gestern bedeutet yesterday. So, könntest du gestern deine Bücher, plural form of Buch, it's Bücher. That's why it is E at the end, deine. It's a possessive pronomen, if you remember, deine, meine, deine Bücher, zurückgeben. To return. Zurückgeben means to return. That's how you make sentences. Since you have started this sentence with a modal verb, that's why you are ending it also with a verb. Were you not there, Smita, before? Am I audible? Like, am I audible to all of
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah, audible.
Okay, okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So, Könntest du gestern deine Bücher zurückgeben? So, what I was saying that since you're forming this sentence with a modal verb, so in the end, you need to have a verb. Okay? You need to have a verb in its infinitive form. And which is played by here zurückgeben. It's a verb here. That means to return. Now, looking forward to our second modal verb, müssen. Müssen means must. Können means can. In the past, it will be could. Can, could. Müssen means must. Its prateritum form is musste. Just remember, when you are making the prateritum or the past form of any modal verb, just add te at the end, and here you are making the past form of the modal verb. Okay, just add te at the end. Ich musste, du musstest, er, sie, es musste. Here, as I've said before, ich and er, sie, es thing conjugation remains the same. Wir mussten, ihr musstet, sie und sie mussten. Remember, we don't have any umlaut thing here in the prateritum form. Now, let us look at some of the examples of musste. Meine Oma, my grandma, musste sehr jung heiraten. My grandmother kind of had to marry very young. Musste sehr jung. Jung means young. Heiraten means to get married. Musste is being used in the end. Hauptverb heiraten. Ending with a verb. Second example. Ich musste gestern allein essen. I must basically, or I had to. Kind of here you cannot add I must yesterday eat alone. Of course, that is done. It is in the past, so you have to use had here. I had to eat alone. It's kind of a giving you that you must do it. There is a certainty that you need to do that thing. So here had also is giving you the same meaning. I had to eat alone yesterday. Ich musste gestern allein. Allein means alone. Essen. Remember musste, therefore in the end there is a verb essen. Comma. While mein Mann verreist war, because my husband was traveling, therefore I had to eat alone yesterday. I had to eat alone yesterday. Why you had to eat alone yesterday? Because the reason is after while, because my husband was traveling. That's why I had to eat alone. While, when you're using while, in the end also you need to add a verb. Dürfen. The prateritum form is dürfte. The conjugations are here given. Ich dürfte, du dürftest, sie dürften, er, sie, es dürfte, wir dürften, ihr dürftet, sie und sie dürften. Zum Beispiel, sie dürfte nicht nach Italien, weil sie kein Visum hatte. She was not allowed to go to Italy. You know, dürfen. What's the meaning of dürfen? To be allowed to. Right? Darf ich here rauchen? Can I smoke here? We have done these examples in A1. That when you are using darf, it means that you are asking permission, that am I allowed to do? So here, similarly, the example is given. Sie dürfte, she is not allowed to go to Italy. Sie dürfte nicht nach Italien. Why she's not allowed to go to Italy? Because while Sie kein Visum hatte because she did not have a visa. Sie kein Visum means visa. Hatte, haben form. The present is haben and the past is hatte, if you remember, right? Similarly, sein present, war past. Therefore, hatte is used here because we are dealing in the past tense. Präteritum. Dürftest du als Kind allein ausgehen? Were you allowed to go out alone, allein? As a kid, as a child, dürftest du als Kind allein ausgehen? Ausgehen is basically allowed to go out. Ausgehen. So here you can see that it is following the same rule. There's no difference, but the difference is that here you won't add any umlaut, first of all. Secondly, you need to make sure that when you are using this modal verb in a preteritum form or in the past tense, you need to use the modal verb not which is not in the present tense. You need to learn the conjugations for dürfen in the past, which is this dürfte, dürftest. So you need to learn this and use this in the sentence wherever you want to make a sentence where you want to make a past tense sentences basically. Okay. Now, only the modal verb will be in the past tense when talking about the past tense, and the other verb will be in infinitive. Here, this is ausgehen, it is an infinitive, right? Here you can see, here muster is being used, and the verb essen, it's an infinitive, it's not in the past. Only modal verb will be in the past, and the Hauptverb which will come at the end will be regular verb which we did in A1 in its infinitive form. That means in the en form. Let's look at the other examples. Wollen, wollte. Ich wollte, du wolltest, sie wollten, sie es wollte, wir wollten, ihr wolltet, sie und sie wollten. Let us look at some of the examples. Er wollte immer viel arbeiten. He, immer basically means always. So he kind of likes, he wants to work a lot and make money. Und Geld verdienen. Verdienen basically means to make something. Here it is Geld, to make money. That what it means. Er wollte. He always wants. Basically, he wanted. Volta, it is in past, so it is wanted. He wanted to work a lot and make money. Er wollte immer viel arbeiten. To work a lot. That means viel arbeiten. Und Geld verdienen. To make money. Wollte, Modalverb, verdienen, Hauptverb. In the infinitive form. Das Rotkäppchen. Rotkäppchen, basically, it's a kind of a Märchen. It's a fairy tale. Märchen is basically a fairy tale of Deutsch, in which you have this fairy tale as example, Cinderella and all, which we have already uh, gone through in our childhood also. So, thus, Rotkäppchen is basically a Red Riding Hood. It's basically a girl, a Mädchen. So, das Rotkäppchen wollte seine Oma besuchen. The little Red Riding Hood wanted, Walter wanted, Wollen, want, Walter wanted in the past, ed added and in the end. Wanted to visit her grandmother, seine Oma besuchen. Main verb, Hauptverb, am Ende in infinitive form. Gestern, wollte ich yesterday. I wanted, wollte ich eine Pizza essen. Yesterday I wanted to eat a pizza. Gestern wollte ich eine Pizza essen. This modal verb is conjugated according to the subject here, which is ich. Therefore, it is wollte. Gestern wollte ich eine Pizza essen. Essen in the end because it's a modal verb. You need to end that sentence with a verb. Comma. Und heute möchte ich einen Salat. And today I want to eat a salad. This part after this comma is in present. And the part above the before this comma, gestern wollte ich eine Pizza essen, is in past. Because you can see yesterday I wanted to eat a pizza. And today means that the day hasn't ended, right? It's in continuation, so it is in present. So heute möchte ich einen Salat. Einen Salat, der Salat, ein Salat, einen Salat in accusative masculine. Clear till here? Whatever we have done here, whatever modal verbs we have done till here, or any doubts?
Nine. It's clear.
Okay, good. So, letzte Woche, last week, letzte Woche wollten wir nach Paris fahren. Last week, we wanted to go to Paris. Wollten is conjugated according to the subject, which is here wir. Fahren at the end. Hauptverb. Sollen. Präteritum is sollte. Ich sollte. Du solltest. Er, sie, es sollte. Wir sollten. Ihr solltet. Sie und sie sollten. Sollen means should. Ich sollte gestern zum Arzt. I should have gone to doctor yesterday. Should have gone to doctor yesterday. Aber ich konnte nicht. But I could not. Ich konnte. Konnte is conjugated according to the subject here, which is ich. And here, sollte is conjugated according to the subject here, which is ich. Ich sollte. I should have gone to the doctor. Gestern, yesterday, zum Arzt. Why here it is zum? Can anyone explain to me why it is zum, or can give me the derivation of this zum? Try. Okay, let me. Since you know that zu is a dative preposition, right? You all know that zu is a dative preposition. So what is happening here is zu plus der. It is der Arzt, if you remember. But in dative, der changes into dem. So what is formed? Shortcut, it is zum. I've written it in the chat box. You can have a view. Zum, how it is derived? Zu plus der, which changes to dem in the dative, which forms zum. Similarly, if it is zur, which is used for feminine, how? Zu plus D is for feminine, if you remember, then it is changes to der in dative, which will give us zur. Okay? That's why here it is zum. Ich sollte gestern zum Arzt. Aber means but. Ich konnte nicht. I could not. I should have gone, but I could not. So here two of the modal verbs is being used. You can see here. First one is for sollen and other one is for können. The past is konnte and for sollen it's sollte. Now we'll look at the second example. Solltest du nicht schon letzte Woche deine Hausaufgabe fertig machen? Solltest du nicht Weren't you supposed to finish your homework, House of Gaber, last week? Solltest du. It is conjugated according to do. Therefore, in the end, it is est. Solltest du nicht. Schon means already. Were you not that? It is not that you need to finish, that you were supposed to finish your homework last week. Solltest du nicht schon letzte Woche, last week, deine Hausaufgabe, your homework, fertig machen. Fertig means complete. Fertig machen. Machen is a verb which means to do. So you can see here, solltest is a modal verb and it is ending with a Hauptverb which is machen in the infinitive form, en form. And only this modal verb is in Präteritum. The Hauptverb is not in Präteritum. Now we'll go for mögen. And its Präteritum is mochte. Ich mochte, du mochtest, sie mochten, sie es mochte, wir mochten, ihr mochtet, sie und sie mochten. If it would have been umlaut, then it would have been möchten. O umlaut, io, möchten. Here, no umlaut, so mochten. That's the difference in Aussprache, pronunciation. Zum Beispiel, for example, wir mochten früher unsere Nachbarn nicht. Here, what do we mean by mögen? Mögen means to like, right? So, we did not like our neighbors before. Früher means before. Like we did not used to like our neighbors before. But they are nice. Aber sie sind nett. Nett is adjective. Nett is nice. Aber sie sind, but they are nice. Wir möchten, we did not like our neighbors before. Wir möchten früher unsere Nachbarn nicht. Aber sie sind nett. But they are nice. Als Kind, as a child, as a kid, möchte ich Jackie Chan sehr. Here, you don't have to end it, since I think you remember, I've told you, in 95% of the cases, you will end a modal verb with a verb. But here, it is self-understandable what you are talking, that as a child, als Kind möchte ich Jackie Chan sehr. It is already stating, it is already meaning, it is giving the meaning that, of course, it is saying that as a child, you liked, you had a role model, and that was Jackie Chan, or maybe basically he was your favorite actor. You don't have to end it with a verb, because it is self-known what it is trying to say. Zum Beispiel, ich kann Deutsch. You don't have to add ich kann Deutsch sprechen. You can add, it won't be wrong, but then it's like, no, it's like known to everyone that what you want. Ich kann Deutsch. What can you German? Of course you can speak German. Ich kann gut Deutsch. That you can speak German very good. Okay, so that's the thing. But remember, in 90 to 95% of the cases, it will end with a verb. And in sentences like these and what examples I've given you, therein you can omit, but for being safe in safe place, you can add a verb. Okay, you can add a verb for being in safe place, because of course it will take you time to understand that, okay, this can go without a verb and this cannot go without a verb. How to verb basically. So if you have understood these things, I am hoping that I can give you 5 minutes for this thing. It's very easy. Try to do this. I've given you the meaning of all the modal verbs which we have done, but in the Präteritum form. Aber in the Präteritum Formen. Ergänzen Sie bitte die Sätze. Fill in the blanks. Write in the chat box, okay? When you are done, Just let me know. Smita, are you facing any connectivity issue, I guess, at your end? Is it so? Okay, no issues, no issues. Okay, so yeah, uh, all the three questions are right, Bhardwaj, but just you need to do this first one correct. I think maybe you have missed a T, maybe. Im Unterricht musste ich heute viel schreiben. These all exercise isn't
Yeah,
past, okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it possible to view the class recordings
Yeah,
or?
sure, sure. I'm actually recording it today also. But I think we haven't done that for the capital Eins. So if you have any doubt in capital Eins, you can just let me know. And from today, we will be recording every session, okay? And I'll be sharing it also. If you have Telegram, then I can share it to you there because in WhatsApp it will take a quite lot of time. So in Tele it is like way smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so im Unterricht musste ich heute viel schreiben, weil sie Fieber hatte. Then konnte sie nicht arbeiten because she had fever. Fever here means fever. So she could not have work. She could not have done the work, kind of arbeiten. Meine Mutter dash Schauspielerin. Schauspielerin means actress. Meine Mutter wollte. My mother wanted to be an actress. Meine Mutter wollte Schauspielerin werden. Everywhere you can see Hauptverb am Ende. Schreiben, arbeiten, werden. Okay? Now, we will deal with Positionsverb. So, what are the positions verb? First, let us discuss that. It is stellen, stehen, I hope you are not confused in this because it kind of looks similar. So maybe there could be a confusion created in this thing. So, yeah. Stellen, stehen, legen, liegen und hängen. So these are the position verbs, and now we will see how or what is different between these stellen and stehen, liegen and legen and liegen, okay, and vice versa. Now, see, whenever there is a movement, we use these two verbs, position verbs, which is stellen and legen. Whenever there is a movement, we use stellen and legen. But whenever there is no movement, we use stehen and liegen. It's liegen, 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 and the first one is legen. Okay, don't confuse between these. So, what is this? Whenever something is moved or placed in an upright standing position, I'm talking about firstly, we are discussing stellen, where there is a movement. Okay, you can see that arrow thing. Whenever something is moved or placed in an upright standing position, means there is a movement. When you are placing your bottle on a table in an upright standing position, the verb you will use here is stellen, which is used to describe the movement vertically. Now, legen. And if it is placed horizontally, if you are placing it horizontally in a resting position, then the verb which you will use is legen. Stellen and legen. Do remember these both verbs have movement. Now, the difference is stellen we use when object is placed vertically and legen is used when the object is placed horizontally. Again, when there is no movement, we have stehen and liegen. L-I-E, liegen. Stehen and liegen. Now, when there is no movement at all and your object is just there, standing vertically, then you use this verb stehen when there is no movement. If you have kept your bottle there, then there's a movement, right? First of all, your bottle was maybe on your bed, and then you removed it from there and kept it on the table. But imagine if your bottle is already kept on the table for a long period of time. The verb which you use here will be stehen, S-T-E-H-E-N, okay? Which is vertically again. And then which is placed horizontally, it is liegen. I hope these distinction is clear to you. Now, hanging. Hanging is basically means to hang. For example, you hang your picture on the wall, right? So now, see, we have done this also has some of the parts of this Wechsel preposition as well. Do you remember when we used to do wohin, the questions with wohin and wo? If you remember, when you used to answer the question of wohin, like I've given you one example here, wohin. That means whenever you are asking question with wohin, it is involving a movement. A movement is there. And whenever you are having a movement, you will use accusative case. Whenever you are having a movement, Bewegung from a position to other position, then there is a movement. In that case, you'll use wohin and accusative preposition as well. But when you have a question with wo is basically the question in accordance to the position, like where is it kept? It involves no movement and takes, let me write it here, dative. And this, where there is a movement, it takes accusative. For example, look at the answer. Wohin hast du der Kalender gehängt? Where have you basically hanged your calendar? Ich habe der Kalender auf. I hope you remember what is auf. Auf is a Wechsel preposition. Auf means on a particular thing, on the surface. Ich habe der Kalender auf das Regal, Reg or die Tour gehängt. Die Tour is the door. Die Tour gehängt. Here you don't have anything changed. What is the original article for the door? It is the Tour. It is remained as it is. For regal, for basically a rack, that is what it is meant by regal. So the original article for it is das. So here it is a movement, therefore it is taking accusative, and in accusative only masculine changes. Der changes to den or ein changes to einen. Otherwise everything remains the same. That's why here no change has been seen, can be seen here. But look at the second question. Wo hängt dem Kalender? Here you can see the original article for calendar is der, which is simply stated in the first question, wohin. Okay, but wo hängt dem Kalender, since it is in dative, so der Kalender hängt auf. It doesn't matter in the question. You need to just look at the answer, what answer you are giving. There should be a change in article in that answer. Der Kalender hängt auf dem Regal oder der Tour, because it is asking you the position of where is it hanging. It's not asking like where have you basically there's a movement gehängt. Where have you done, where have you took off the calendar, and where you have in the new place where you have stuck it. So it's asking the position, like from position A you took off the calendar and pasted it in some other place. Okay, so there's a movement involved in the first question, therefore it is taking accusative. While in the second question you are just needed to give answer in respect to the position, like where is it lying, where is it kept. It's static, in a fixed position. Static. And here we have movement. Okay. So der Kalender hängt auf dem Regal, das Regal in Dativ. Der und das changes to dem, and die Tour changes to der Tour, because die changes to der. These things we have done. Wechsel preposition, if you remember, in, an, auf, neben, zwischen, über, unter, vor, and hinter. In is basically into. An is basically by. Whenever you have a picture which is hanged on the wall, what preposition will you use? You will always use an. Das Bild hängt an der Wand. Okay. Auf. You are keeping your bottle on the surface of the table. So that is auf. Neben means close to some other thing. Neben means besides, kind of. Zwischen means to basically in between. Zwischen means in between. Über means above. Unter means below. Vor means in a forward position. Hinter means in a backward position. We have done this exercise, this Wechsel preposition already in our A1 syllabus. That's what I was talking just a few minutes ago. That wohin is a preposition, takes a preposition, and which takes accusative. And this wo takes dative, because this wo, you can see for yourself, there's an arrow in this wohin. So basically it is telling you the movement. Are you getting my point?
What will be moving? Like I didn't get it properly.
Okay. Movement means from one position to another. When your sentences are showing a movement, then you need to use wohin. Basically, when you get a question regarding wohin, then you need to answer it in the accusative form. You need to use accusative preposition. For example, here I've given you the examples here, and we have done that, of course, in our eins, wohin and wo. Wohin is kind of basically telling you the movement, like wohin gehst du, where are you going? And wo gehst du, where are you? Wo is position. Wohin is basically as is the movement, like where are you going? Wohin, where to? Are you getting the difference in the definition itself of wohin and wo?
Yeah, okay, got
Yeah.
it.
So wohin, you can see an arrow here. Arrow here basically signifies the movement, that there is a movement. Here, wo, you can see a full stop, a dot. It means it is fixed. When you are talking about wo, it means fix. You are looking at a static position. So by Spiel here itself, I have uh, said you this thing, right? That there are basically four verbs of the having the verb position basically. So these are stellen, legen. You can see here there is an arrow. Basically, these verbs involve movement. When there is a movement, so we'll always have a question with wohin. Whenever there's a movement, we will form a question with wohin. And wherever there is, the objects are in a static, they are just placed there, no movement is being involved, then that there dative takes place, dative preposition takes place, and everything changes according to dative, the article changes to dative. As I have said you here, wohin hast du der Kalender gehangen? Basically, where have you basically put your calendar? The question basically signifies is that maybe the calendar was in some other place. Now the person has taken out the calendar from that particular place, and have maybe a different position, have maybe stick it to the different position. Maybe it was first above his door, front door. Now maybe he has put the calendar, he has hanged the calendar maybe on his uh, left wall, not above the door, to his left wall. Or maybe he has hanged his calendar above the rack. So there has to have a movement, right? He should have first unplugged that calendar from there, from its original place, and then he would have moved and then fixed it to a new position. Are you getting this? So this involves movement, and when there is a movement, accusative, we take accusative. That means what is we take accusative? That there will be no change. We will take this vexel preposition, which is auf. I've given you these are the vexel preposition: in, an, auf, neben, zwischen, über, unter, for, and hinter. We will use accusative article here, auf das Regal, when it is having a movement. But when it does not have a movement, we will use auf, but we will use dative article, dem. Are you getting it now somewhat clear?
Yeah, in
Yeah, yeah. If this vexel preposition is not clear, I definitely recommend you to go to that A1 lesson where we have done one by one this vexel preposition. And if also you are not able to get that thing, then we can take a session maybe separate session for you to explain you this Wechsel preposition, okay? Wechsel preposition is basically a preposition. It's a two-way preposition. It can be used with accusative and it can be used with dative. When it is used with accusative, it is showing a movement. And when it is used with dative, it does not show a movement. It is in a static position. No movement. That is what the major difference is. You can see here, it is the article for Das Regal is Das Regal doesn't change in accusative auf Das Regal. But here you can see Das Regal changed to auf dem Regal, dative, das changed to der. Die Tour, neben der Tour. Detour, neben detour for accusative. Because the first one is showing you the movement. You'll get to know when you'll need to fill in the blanks. You'll get to know, you'll read out the context, you'll read out the sentence, get the context, and then you'll know, okay, so this particular sentence has a movement, so I'll use a Wechsel preposition, which is I'll use accusative with it. And when there is no movement, only talking about the position, a static position, okay, so I know that this preposition will take dative, because Wechsel prepositions are two-way preposition. They take accusative and dative depending on the context. I hope it's a little bit clear to you.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so what I want you to do is that I've given you maybe 6 blanks. You need to fill it up according to the Stellen, Stehen, Legen, and Liegen. I'll just scroll it up once again so that you can have a good look at it. And then we will start with the Übung. Stellen, once again, I'm explaining Stellen when there is a movement and the thing is vertically kept, is being kept. There is a movement. You can see a hand there. That a person is keeping it there. There's a movement. Stellen, upright, vertically. And legen is horizontal, resting position, but also it has a movement. Okay? Now, no movement. It is stehen and liegen. Stehen when is kept upright and vertical, and liegen when it's horizontal, having no movement. Okay.
Ma'am, can you tell once again the pronunciation of the both the
Yeah.
legans?
Yeah. Stellen, legen. Stehen, liegen. Stellen, legen. Stehen. CH is coming. Stehen. And liegen. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Now please do these exercises, and when you are done, just tell me. I'll scroll it down when you're finished with this 2 questions. Okay, so what will be the answer for the first one? Ich dash das Buch ins Regal. You can see a hand movement that she is basically taking the book or basically keeping the book in the shelf. And second picture, you can also see a movement where the person is keeping the note on the table. So you clearly know now that there is the two verbs will be there which involves movement is what are the two verbs which involve movement I've taught you just? It is
Stellan and Lagan.
yeah, stellen and legen. So what will be the answer for the first one?
Stellan.
Yes. Ich stelle das Buch ins Regal. Stellen we use for the upright position. Do you remember when it is vertically? Now, for the second one, ich dash das Geld auf den Tisch.
Ich
Lagan.
lege das Geld auf den Tisch.
What is it? Can you write it? Is it L-I-E or L-E-G-E-N?
Legen.
Yeah, it's legen. It is
Legen.
basically horizontally. It is kept. There is a movement. Therefore, legen. Ich lege das Geld auf den Tisch. Okay. So basically, to keep the money on the table. Now you can see here from this example you can see here this preposition thing this Wechsel preposition thing. Ich dash das Geld auf den Tisch. It is der Tisch. Therefore, in masculine, it is changed to den in accusative. Okay? Auf here is Wechsel preposition. Auf is a Wechsel preposition. Auf is a Wechsel preposition. And here it is showing movement that you are keeping the note on the table. Therefore, auf den Tisch. If no hands were in there here in the picture and simply the note was kept there, then you would have used auf dem Tisch. Auf dem Tisch. Now, is it a little bit clear, Bharadwaj, what I'm saying? When to use accusative and when to use dative?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Very well. So the second one is also done. Now, this two. Okay, so okay, first try to do this one and then because both won't be in the screen, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so what will be the answer? You can see a picture where the flamingos are standing in the water. So, is there a movement or not?
No, ma'am.
No. Yes, very good. There is no movement. They are just standing there. So, what will be the answer? Die Flamingos stehen im Wasser.
Stehen. Yeah.
Ja, S-T-E-H-E-N. Stehen. Stehen im Wasser. What is the article for Wasser, by the way? Can anyone tell me? It is article for Wasser is
The.
das Wasser.
Das Wasser.
Yeah, das Wasser. Now, why it is im? What's the thing is that it is in preposition plus das water is being changed to dem. Therefore, im is being formed because it is a static. The flamingos are standing static, no movement. Therefore, this Wechsel preposition in takes dative. Therefore, in Dativ, in plus das Wasser changes to dem Wasser. In short, it becomes im Wasser. No movement, that's why. Here, im Wasser. Now, this question.
Z Legen Legen D Brille 4D Flanze.
Pflanze. Pflanze means basically plant, a short plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brille. What is Brille?
Glasses.
Yeah,
Glasses.
spectacles. Yeah. Z dash die Brille for die Pflanze. So, Sie legen die Brille for the Pflanze. You are absolutely correct. But here you can see that it is talking about a particular person. It's not talking about they. That Z is not for they. It's for a particular person. So we should need to conjugate this legen, which will be L-E-G-T, legged. Are you getting my point? Sie legt die Brille for die Ganze, for die Pflanze. Before the plant. For means before. Hinter means after. You can see that he or she is basically putting the specs before the plant, before the vase. So therefore, for is being used. If the person would have put the specs behind this vase, then we would have used the preposition hinter. Okay, hinter means at the back, for means front, hinter means back. So, sie legt die Brille vor die Pflanze. Okay, now this one. And of course, do remember first you have to find out what it will take. And of course, in its participle zwei, because you can see here, haben is there. Haben is used as a helping verb. Wir haben die Fahrräder direkt vor der Bäckerei. Now, you need to form a verb which it is in participle zwei form. I hope you remember the PP zwei form. The verb, helping verb is haben and sein. So you need to form this participle zwei form. What will be the correct answer? I'll tell you what will be the correct answer. First, let me know. So the answer will be stellen, the first one. Okay, stellen, having movement. It is saying that we have put or parked the bicycle right in front of the bakery. We have parked. Wir haben die Fahrräder, the bicycles, direkt vor die Bäckerei. Now, what will be its participle zwei form? Gestellt. Participle zwei form of stellen is gestellt. Like it's a request to please go through your A1 PDF, which I have also shared you recently. These are the utmost important topics: modal, verb, wechsel, preposition. Then these participle zwei form, the prepositions where to use nach, for. Go through it, please. Now this one, this last one. What will be the answer?
Ligon.
And what's your answer, Bhardwaj?
Der Hund liked auf einer.
Can you tell me A, B, C, D? Which are you telling?
uh, D, ligan,
Yeah,
to
it
be
is correct.
conjugated to liked.
Yeah. When it is conjugated, it is not liked, it's leaked. L
Sorry,
I
sorry,
E.
leaked.
Yeah, it's
Leaked.
it's liegen. So der Hund liegt auf einer Mauer. That means wall. Mauer basically means wall. So I hope
Yeah.
this preposition, this position verbs are clear to you. We have done today. Of course, we will be taking. By the way, we will be having classes till most probably 10:30. Is it fine with both of you, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. Okay then. Okay.
Yeah, we can start 8:30 also. I'm fine with 8:30 also. We can start from 8:30 till 10 we can have the class. Is it
Okay,
fine?
so because I thought that you said that you would have come from office at 8:30, so I thought that 10 to 15 minutes after that, then we
Yeah,
can
I'll try to start early and I will come I'll
like
join the
you
class.
don't have time after 10. Like I just wanted to know that are you busy after 10 or what? Like
No, 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 not like that. I thought that
there's no
is it getting.
problem in taking classes. I don't have any problem, any issues. Smita, do you have any problem like after 10 if we continue like till 10:15, or it's not that every day we will take it till 10:30. Of course, we will sometime finish it by 10:15 as well. But then today I have made the list which things I need to finish. So that's why it will be taking a little bit longer.
Yes, ma'am. You can take. I don't have any problem.
Okay. Okay. And it's fine for you too, Bhardwaj, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's fine for
Yeah,
me
okay then, very well. Now we are
because
done with, yeah.
yeah, because I say the timing because of me. You and Smita will take
No, there's
the
no
classes.
no issues, no issues. Not it's not like that. I'm fine. I'm completely fine with the timings. Thankfully, you said me that you would be like wanting the classes from 9 to this thing. Otherwise, we would have kept it from 7:30. Yeah. Okay, no issues, no issues. We will keep it from 9 to 10:15 or 10:30. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
no.
yeah. So basically, what we have done today, we have done this thing. Wait. Position verb, we have done this modal verb in preteritum, past tense. Modal verb in past tense. We have done these. Okay. Modal verb in preteritum and positions verb as well. Now, what we're going to do is, and of course, it is also a topic, Wechsel preposition. Please go and revise this chapter, Wechsel preposition, okay? Like it's your work to do this revision, Wechsel preposition. And if you have any doubt, of course, you can always connect to me in my through my WhatsApp. Okay, now we are done with this. We will start with this Frage pronomen. What, how do we form question? We have done this wave Frage thing, if you remember, right? So we have a totally distinct, different topic of Frage pronomen. What pronouns are we using, which is also kind of a Frage. It's a question pronoun, and which is Welsh. The main form, the Stamm form, is Welsh. Welsh means which. It is an interrogative pronomen, questioning pronoun. Zum Beispiel, for example. Let us look at each example very carefully. Welches Kleid findest du schön? Which dress do you like? Now, you have you have gone to mall. You are like you have chosen 4 to 5 dress for yourself, okay? Now the person will ask you, okay, so in these 5 dresses, what did you like the most? That's the question here, Welsh. Which out of the many? Which? You need to choose one out of the many. Welsh's Clyde, which dress findest du shown? Which dress did you like or do you like? Kind of. Now, why it is ES? As I have said, okay, then you'll say you just said Welsh. Then why you have added this ES at the ending? ES is added because you need to put an ES at the end because the Frage pronomen will have an ending according to the this one subject here, which is here das Kleid, the dress. And what's the article for this? Sorry, the subject I'm saying, and the noun, the Clyde. What is the article for Clyde? It is das Clyde. So it is asking you which dress. So it will take the article of which dress. It will take the article of dress. Welsh's Clyde, and it is das Clyde. Therefore, es will be at the end. Okay, the answer will be same. You just need to learn how to form the Frage pronomen, the question you need to form. The answer is simple. If you have das Clyde, therefore the answer will be like the same. You'll use the article, similar article, das Schwarzkleid, the black one. Okay, now here you can see in the second example, more examples for you to get the things better. Welsh, stem form er, Welsher stift. Stift is pen, and what is its article? It is dare. Therefore er is being used. Welsher stift gehört dir. Gehören is a verb which takes dative. Therefore it is dir. Mir, dir, personal pronomen. For nominative it was, if you remember, ish, du, er, sie, es. So do changes to dir in dative. Welcher Stift gehört dir? Which pen belongs to you or is yours? Gehören means to belong to someone. Welcher Stift. Welsh will take an ending which is this nomen stift. Whatever you are talking about, for example, you're talking about stift. So you will take the article which stift has, which is dare, and put it in the ending of Welsh, which is er for masculine. You can remember it simply. When you are talking about a masculine article, just remember you write Welsher. When you're talking about a Neutrum, just remember to write Welshes, es at the end. And the answer will be also according to dare rotor. For example, in the first one, das Schwarzkleid, because the article for Clyde was das. You'll answer it like das Schwarzkleid, the black one. Der rotor. You can simply leave it here also, der rotor, the red one. Which pen belong to you, the red? Or you can simply add der rotor Stift. Doesn't make any changes. It can be the answer this one, or you can just remove this Clyde at the end and stift at the end. But do remember to start the sentence with the article which Clyde takes and the article which stift takes, which is in the first case das, because it's neutrum, and in the second case it is masculine, therefore it is der. Now we'll talk about the dative thing. Welsh, em. How come em at the end? Because it is das. In Welsham house wohns du, in which this sentence is in dative. Basically the question which is asking, it is in dative. In Welsham house wohnst du. House is das. Das changes to dame in dative, therefore Welsham. Das changes to dame, therefore Welsham, em and in the end. Answer will be in Dame Lincoln. Das changes to Dame. Therefore, answer will also be in Dame Lincoln. In the left. In which house do you live? In the left. It is in the left. Kind of it is saying. In Dame Lincoln. Maybe you can here add in Dame Lincoln house for your better understanding, or you can just leave out this house thing. In Dame Lincoln house. These were some of the examples. Now we will go one by one for the nominative. for the accusative and the dative. Zum Beispiel for nominative for masculine. Welcher Hut ist schicker? Which hat is smarter? Hut, article it takes is der Hut. Nominative, der. Der Hut, welcher Hut. Therefore, der roter. You can write the answer as in der roter Hut. The red hat. Welcher Hut, der Hut. Therefore, welcher Hut. ER in the end because it is masculine. Feminine. Welche Frau. Die Frau. Welche Frau. E at the ending. Welche Frau ist deine Kollegin? Which woman is your colleague? Die Linke. The one in the left is my colleague. Die Linke Frau. You can add. Like der rote Hut. Die linke Frau. For Neutrum, welches Buch ist interessant? Which book? Welches Buch ist interessant? Which book is more interesting, or which book did you find interesting? Das, therefore es. Das blaue Buch. That blue one. The book in the blue. Das blaue. For accusative, similar things. ER changes to EN. Welchen Hut findest du schick? Means smart. Schick means smart. Den schwarzen finde ich schick. Feminine, similar, same thing as in nominative. Welche, E at the end. Welche Frau hast du gesucht? Which lady were you searching for? Die Linke habe ich gesucht. I was talking about this thing. Habe is here the helping verb. Suchen, participle 2 is gesucht. Suchen. Hat gesucht. It's the participle 2 form, which we have done in A1, in the latter part of A1. Suchen means to search. Hart gesucht, searched in the past. Hart gesucht. Therefore, it is conjugated according to the subject, which is ich. Therefore, it is habe. But it is taking the helping verb haben. Therefore, it is written as hart gesucht. For you to remember it easily, hart gesucht. And then for sein, it is bin. Okay. Neutrum. Welches Buch findest du interessant? Which book do you find interesting? Similar, das blaue. Yes, all things are same, just in accusative masculine. En changes to en. This er in nominative, this er in nominative changes to this en in accusative when you're forming a Frage pronomen. Other thing remains the same. For dative, zu welchem Hut passt meine Jacke? Like, through which hat does my outfit, basically does my jacket is matching, past. Like, which cap or which hat are you suggesting me that can match my jacket? Zu welchem Hut passt meine Jacke? Welchem, der Hut, em at the end. Zu dem schwarzen. To the black one, it is basically having a good match. If you buy a black cap, then it will basically pass your jacket. Basically, it will be kind of it will look good on your jacket, the black hat. Feminine, similar. But always remember, with dative, these things zu, mit, these prepositions are in the first place when you are starting a Frage pronomen. Mit welcher, with whom, or with which women have you spoken? Hast du gesprochen? Mit der. D changes to der. Mit der Lincoln with the women in the left. In welchem Buch? In which book kann man über Dinosaurier lesen? In which book can one read about the dinosaurs? In dem blauen. For plural, we know that in nominative it takes D. So Blumen is a bunch of flowers, right? So it's a plural. Welche Blumen gefallen dir? Gefallen is also a verb which takes dative. Gefallen means basically to like. Welche Blumen gefallen dir? Which flowers do you like? Die gelben Blumen. Die gelben Blumen. If you remember, the plural takes the thing the same, the gelben, die gelben, and blumen in the end, because blumen it's a plural. Here you have blumen, therefore in the answer also you are going to have blumen, right? Die gelben Blumen, the yellow ones. Accusative. I'm talking about the plural now. We have done the masculine, neutrum, and feminine. Now I'm taking the plural for nominative, accusative, and dative one by one. Nominative we have done. Now we are on to accusative. It is die. Welche Blumen möchtest du kaufen? Which flowers do you like to buy? Die roten. Welche? Accusative. Plural. Die. Dativ. Dative is, if you remember, it is den plus n. You can see it here. Von welchen Blumen? Welchen en, it is den. Plus the noun which is following also must have an n at the ending. Von den gelben. Von den gelben. Here I have a list from which you can also revise. Masculine, feminine, neutrum in nominative, er, es, and for plural it's e. For accusative it's er changing to en, and for dative changing to em. For feminine nominative it's e, accusative similar, welche. For dative d changes to der, therefore er in the end. For neutrum, it is welches, es. For accusative, also it will be the same. For dative, das changes to dem. Plural, nominative, e at the ending. Accusative also the same, follows the same rule, e in the ending. But dative takes en at the ending. Welchen, Welchen, this en at the ending, and this Blumen at the ending, this an. Whatever it will follow the noun, it will have n at the ending in dative if you are forming a Frage pronomen. I hope it's clear. Now, we will do till here, and what is your work is I'm going to give you these all. Till this exercise you're gonna do this homework, and you have more to do because we have touched the grammatic portion for Aaj Why, but I want you to also have knowledge about how to write the answers as well, because since you will be giving your Aaj Why exams as well, so A2 grammatic portion is very important, no doubt, but then at least I should know that you can write sentences in German basic and without a grammatic mistake. So we will not do this exercises, this capitals Y. What you will do, it is your work to do. I'm giving you time for that, don't worry. These are your exercises which you will be done. Question 1, 2, 3, whatever I have given you till 13. You have Monday, Tuesday, and if you want even more time, these all involves the questions which we have done in our eins and also the ones which we have dealt with today in Aaj Why. Hope you can do that. Make sure to give me it in a PDF form and I'll give you the correct answer after that. And yeah, you can if you can access this notes, or I'll just write this thing. I'll just give to you. I'll write it in the chat box, sorry, in the WhatsApp group as well, so that you can see it from there as well. Let me share our course book as well for time. See, so this is what you are expected to do. You need to write this jetzt and später, fill in the blanks, sehen Sie das Bild an. You need to, okay, see this picture, was Ferien die Leute, about what they are celebrating, Ferien, to celebrate. Worüber sprechen Sie, what are they speaking about? Vermuten Sie basically means, vermuten means to guess, to take a wild guess. So you can write, vielleicht sprechen Sie über die Arbeit, vielleicht sprechen Sie über den Film, maybe they're talking about the film, vielleicht sprechen die über die Abschlussparty, maybe they're talking about the graduation party, because you can see there are some people there, they are dancing and they are maybe making plan for their graduation party as well. So that's why, that's how you can make a statement as well. This be und say I will give you with the audio work as well, audiobook as well. Hear it with your pace 0.25 or 5, whatever you like, and try to do this. Question number 1. Question number 2 is that you need to ask your kind of machen Sie ein Interview mit Ihrem Partner oder Ihrer Partnerin. Was hast du nach der Schule gemacht? These are all we have done in our A1's Partizip 2. That what have you done after you have completed your school, was hast du dann gemacht, and then what have you done, and what you have done has, like, is it fun for you, hat dir das Spaß gemacht? Spaß means fun. Was magst du jetzt, what are you doing now? Jetzt means now. And what are you doing now, does that make you fun? Is that fun? Macht dir das Spaß? Was möchtest du später machen? What would you like to do afterwards? Okay, and was sind deine Pläne für die Zukunft? Zukunft means future. What are your plans for the future? Try to make these sentences. Then go through this question number 3a und b. We have done this modal verb in Präteritum. You need to underline the modal verbs, modal verbs, and of course tick which sentence goes with which. Like these are all said half. For example, Bernd Christiansen goes with Mehmet Özer Schulzeit. They are paired together. So likewise, you need to pair everything. Whatever doubts, for example, the words which you don't understand, I have tried my level best to write everything in the notes, so that you don't have to ask for it. But if it is, then of course just let me know in the group. This fear are we have done today. Take this example. Likewise, you need to form it. Okay. Now, fünf are about your school time. What was good for you? What was not so good? When you go through this dry R, you will get to know how you need to write, and you can also see it here. You basically, it's a usage of your modal verb in Präteritum in past. This one, sechs A, sechs B, you need to hear the audio and try to do it. This SCHP, this Aussprache, is it coming sh or shisht? Kind of, you need to do that. Then, coming here, 7a, 7b, Wechselpräposition. We have done that. Try to do it. You 7a, b, say, then 8a, und okay, just do 8a and then 9a. And question number 10, A, then yeah, then coming here, 12A, B, C, D, and 13B. Basically, this is all what mostly it is A1 level, and where you have A2 level, whatever this chapter needed to have the A2 grammatic, I have taught you. And try to do these things, and if possible, share it with me in the PDF till Tuesday or Wednesday, but try to do it before Wednesday. okay? Because it's an off tomorrow, I guess, right? So you can try to do this, because every exercise, every chapter, if we will be going to solve this one by one question, it will take a hell lot of time, and we don't have that time. We just now to focus on main A2 grammar, and the rest is your duty to finish it, and you can send it to me to check. I will check, I'll give you the feedback, I'll give you the correct answers as well, and if time permits in our class, then we can discuss it as well. Am I clear? Am I clear?